Architectural Builder's Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
In reference to a part, and I was just wanting to follow up, and if they had any luck finding that.
Who did you speak to?
I didn't get the person's name. I apologize for that. He got my telephone and email. He was going to have to call the factory.
I don't know. What part are you looking for?
I'm looking for the HPC card to cut the Hager H1 key.
I doubt that they have one. Although I did have a long conversation with someone yesterday about Hager H1, but nowhere were we talking about a Blitz card.
We got a job where we got cylinders and keys, but we don't have a card to cut the keys on.
So my name is Richard.
Hey,
I
Richard.
have to contact HPC.
Down.
Yeah, I'll send you an email so you have a paper trail of who I am. What is your email?
It's customer service
Yes, sir.
at Carolina Lock, LOCK.com.
Okay.
So customer service at carolinalock.com.
I'm going to send you an email now. It's a paper trail of who I am. I'll get the answer from HPC and communicate back to you.
All right, that sounds great. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
You have a good day. Bye-bye. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So yeah.
I know the Hager has those, like H1, H2, H3, and I don't know if it's the same card for, all those, but the key blanks that we have just say H1 on them. And they're 7-pin cylinders.
Yeah. So the classic equipment that you might have for a A2 system is going to work with that. The problem with the Hager system, so if you're pinning best, you could pin Hager. The problem with, I'm sorry, are you doing interchangeable core or conventional?
We're doing conventional, but
okay.
when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, what's this? But when we took the cylinders apart, we did know that the best pins do go in, and they look like they're the same size, and they want them keyed to particular keys, but we don't have, they just want us to cut the keys and try them as we key the cylinders. So I've got the pinning. I just don't have the keys to cut and try before we send them back out.
Right. Yeah. The issue with using key cutting equipment is the spacing is different, as you probably discovered. So I've sent you an email. I've sent HPC a message. They do respond. There are times when it takes a couple of inquiries into them, but I'll get the answer and communicate back to you.
That sounds great. I greatly appreciate your help. I was watching a video yesterday from you guys, and I didn't know it had been around since 2014. It's the first I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's picking up some steam, enough to where we keep H1 blanks on the shelf.
So do most people run into that same problem where they just something they run into and they're like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, I think Hager may not have done an amazing job marketing it. And the difference between the H1 and the others is just it's a small multiplex system. Think of H1 as Schleg C. Think of H2 as Schleg E. And you can get a multi-section blank that will go through both of those. So it's the same thing. I think their all-section blank is called H123 or something ingenious like that. I've got the Hager keying manual on my site. I've read through it multiple times, but
I had kind of thought that just looking at the numbers that might have been because they had like a H12 and an H23.
Yes,
and I thought that was probably I was like I was just thinking of the, how Sargent does their, their stuff, and I was like, that's almost sounds exactly like they've copied it from somebody else. But yes, 7-pin system. Wow. That really offers a huge opportunity to get, tons of, submasters, and, you're always running out of submasters, and a 7-pin conventional, man, that's really that could be a market. I don't know why they don't market it a little bit better.
So, how many depths are there going to be? Basically you're dealing with 7, let's say to the 8th power. The quantity of changes possible is a huge number. But I think for the Hager system, the one thing that stands kind of alone is you can run conventional on the inside of the property. You can run remove interchangeable core on the exterior, all with the same darn key. That's I think,
and nobody can do that.
No one else that can do it that I'm aware of. Yes, sir.
Well, I greatly appreciate it, and if we can come up with a card so I can actually cut the keys. And I saw they had a punch, and I looked that up. But for one job, I don't want to purchase a punch just for a handful of cylinders. If they had a huge job, it'd be worth it. But
that ProLock Blue Punch is going to be $1 billion. So we'll find out if the $20 card is available, and we'll go from there.
Sounds great. Thanks for all your help.
Oh, you know what, though? Just to add on to the end of that, do you have a Fromen by any chance?
I do not. We have we've got Blue Punches, we've got HPCs, but that is it. We kind of, how you kind of get your machine, you like it, and you get it for all the trucks, and say, hey, this is, that way anybody can get in any vehicle and go cut a key.
Yeah. So obviously with a Fromen, you can just cut from the depth and spacing chart. Maybe as a long shot, if this doesn't pan out, you could contact Fromen. The guy's name over there is Phil. He's the son of the guy who invented the machine. You could say, hey, Phil, will you cut me 20 keys? Because he'll just cut them on his Fromen. Or anyone with a Fromen can do it, which means, you're going to pay for the keys, but you're done. You're in and out, you're done. And plus the guy's gold. He's forgotten more about locksmithing than people have ever learned.
That's cool. I love people like that.
Yeah. Cool. All right, sir. Well, I will be back in touch.
All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. So the preceding conversation you heard ended up in HPC not offering a direct card to fit into the Blitz machine or the 1200 series of machines, nor a punch machine. They did say that they've got some hardware that will allow you to print the card off, but the data that the customer service rep at HPC provided was non-existent after that point. So it's still very unclear if HPC has any product that can generate those codes, is just simply the bottom line. I've not done the research, but if I was going to, I would certainly... The issue is you've got 140 spacing. Then you've got the depths. In the depths, I think you're going to be able to use a common A2 system. But the 140 spacing is going to end up being the challenge for that. I think what might serve, if this ends up being a dead end in terms of an HPC product, I would probably invest in the Blue Punch machine and leave it at that. Or some other technology, as I had said earlier, like the Fromen, that will allow you to cut it regardless. Because the Hager keying manual, their cylinder and keying manual, gives you the depth and spacing data. Well, thank you very much. If there's any questions, please let us know. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.